Last couple of weeks, 3 or 4 brain tumors. We know that's the most important part. Early detection. Dr. Mariela, how long have you been with us?
It's been 9 years. I ended up here by destiny, I think. Literally, I just buy one-way ticket.
And now you've been promoted up to being the director of the whole entire thing.
It's been amazing.
About to launch the new part of the cancer treatment.
Also how we've been diagnosing a lot of things that people didn't even know they had. I enjoy so much working as a team, being able to leave egos aside and how do we fix it.
CPI podcast guys, I have the pleasure of having Dr. Mariela here with me today. Quick question, Dr. Mariela, and maybe you didn't know this, but how does it feel to at one time have the highest ranked video on Instagram for hashtag stem cells?
I didn't know that.
It's like 400,000 views.
Wow, nice.
You're famous.
Amazing. Yay.
It's nice to have a pretty face.
Yeah, thank you.
I was talking about me. Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, congratulations. Pretty cool. You're like the face of CPI out there. Yeah, thank you.
I love to help you guys.
Yeah, it's been a long time. How long have you been with us?
I was counting, and it's been 9 years already.
9 years.
Yes.
So we're 10 years in. So in the first year, and back then it was CHIPSA.
Yes.
Now we're TAM, and CPI's inside of TAM. So how'd you end up on this voyage that we've been on, this trip?
Okay, since the beginning, or?
Well, yeah, since the beginning. How'd you end up here?
So, I ended up here by destiny, I think. I was I was looking when I finished medical school for a place who focused a little bit more on nutrition and on the patient care. And I was researching and I found you guys. But lucky for me, Dr. Menes, it's my friend. So I called him and he was like, oh yeah, I'm working here. And I was like, wait, what? Do you need more doctors? So I came here, literally, I just buy one-way ticket and I was like, if I get there, it's cool. If not, I'll figure it out.
One-way ticket to Tijuana.
Ticket to Tijuana.
That sounds like a song.
Yeah. For all your friends.
Yeah, right.
And I started with you guys in cancer patients, completely different setting. It taught me a lot on how to also to talk to people. I love the fact that beside medicine, it was also this focus on the human part, the nutrition part. And it all started like that. I started then COVID happened. I also went for a while to work someplace else, but then stem cells started again. I'm back, and then you guys gave me the opportunity of being here, and I've been loving it. And
now you've been promoted up to being the director of the whole entire thing.
Yes, that's really
pretty good for 8 years.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing.
COVID was absolutely crazy.
It was crazy.
What a time. I still have some PTSD, I think, from COVID and closing the hospital down and sending all those patients home.
Yeah.
Is definitely the roughest, part. But we bounce back now. About to launch the new part of the cancer treatment, which is super exciting,
yeah.
Super advanced. And, I can't remember who, I think it was Homero was talking about how, CHIPSA was somebody inherited an old Volkswagen Bug and turned it into a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because we move about Ferrari. Think about so you've been here since year one.
Yeah, no.
To now.
Yeah, I was telling Ryan earlier today, even for me, the fact that I've seen you grow, guys, for me, it's really cool because it's 10 years ago, you guys were basically my age and I saw you start and the way you have.
I wasn't your age 10 years ago.
Other guys.
You're making yourself way older than you want to be.
Yeah, see you grow. For me, it's been also so much learning because I've also had to change the way I think in so many things. I see the business perspective of you guys, in all the things that you do in your daily life, and combine it with the medical way I see life as well, and that's been really cool.
Yeah, it's it's been the biggest learning experience I ever had too. I never thought I'd be working with cancer patients the way we so up close and personal.
Yeah.
Get to work with patients and now the stem cell patients and recently here, last few years, like all these scientists. I mean, the number of scientists that were surrounded by. You know, I remember when Dr. Icaboni came,
Yes.
and I learned so much from him. You know, it was like a super smart guy, completely different way of looking at things. But what I appreciated about him was he was very good at like breaking things down simply, so I could understand what was going on. You know, a thing that I always tell people about is, you know, so we had a friend of ours, Danny and I, who was being treated, and she had triple negative breast cancer.
Okay.
And I remember at the time there was another lady there who was also had triple negative breast cancer. And that was one we usually did pretty good with. For whatever reason, it wasn't working for our friend, and it was so depressing. And I asked him, I'm like, you know, what's the deal? They both are triple negative. Why is this, you know, our friend, perfect health, young, you know, taught yoga, all these things, you know, you expect to make somebody healthy. And this other lady had smoked, drank, overweight, you know, all this stuff. Like, why is she getting better? My friend's not. And the way that he explained to me, you know, what cancer really was. You know, he's got, this is a random mutation.
Yeah.
Right. And the chance that those two people have the same random mutation is very slim. And he had a good analogy. He said, did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons when you were a kid? You even know what Dungeons and Dragons is?
What it is?
Okay. I know. I told him, I said, bro, I never played that. I was never a nerd, but I know what it is, you know, and it had all these weird shaped dice. Right. And he was like, imagine you took a handful of those and you threw it out on the table.
Yeah.
And whatever number, letters, everything came out, that's a random mutation.
Yeah.
And he said, now how many times you got to throw those dice again to get the exact same one? Right. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, we put cancer in boxes, breast cancer, triple negative, was it HRE? Is that what it's called? HRE positive, negative, blah, blah, blah. But the random, the dice throw is never really the exact same. And, you know, that's the cool part. That's where, you know, Ed, when he started working with Francisco and these other people, and we started to really learn how important diagnostics is. And now that we have the most advanced diagnostics,
to tell you like how we're gonna figure it out. Like
now they're gonna figure it out.
We have the equipment to see those dices.
Yeah, and the people that know how to run the equipment.
Yes.
More importantly, so you know, what a change. You know, from, you know, the hospital before we got it, Gerson therapy, Dr. Issels, right?
Yeah.
You know, all the way up to now.
Yeah, no.
And
also you've been seeing it like nowadays, like also how we've been diagnosing a lot of things that people didn't even know they had. And like when we start running testing here and stuff like that, we go like, hey, we need to tell you we found this. So I think that's really cool part, because we are making people know how to be healthy in their own ways. As you say, everybody's different, and probably the things that one person do won't help the other. And we have the instruments to give them what is best for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, but it's crazy how many stem cell patients have some type of condition they don't know about.
You've seen it. It's been crazy.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
Especially last couple of weeks, but 3 or 4 brain tumors in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
which one was it? 3 or 4? It's been like
4. Like
4 people came down, no clue they had a brain tumor.
I know it doesn't make statistically any sense at all. But yeah, we were like running tests, and we were like, hey, like this is not normal. Like protocol, you know, we go to our protocol, we start like send them to the MRI or do this other exam, and we start running those things, and it's like whole therapy until we figure this out. And yeah, now last 2 weeks it was 4 patients in total, like 2 and then another 2.
Right.
And yeah, but I was like, from one side, it's like, I understand it's horrible that they suddenly tell you have something you didn't even know you had. But from other perspective, it's like, well, it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, you know, it's little, and you can, or the guy with the lung nodules, you know, it's like, hey, you might have lung cancer, bro. Like, to find out that early. Exactly. We know that's the most important part, is if you find out is early detection in it. And that's one thing I think that, you know, with the program that we've all worked together to design, it's like we could easily have people come in one day and just do stem cells.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these places, hey, come in, get your stem cells, get out.
Yeah,
right?
no, but it's not the best way. You need to like prepare them, like also check how they're gonna react. It's not candies. You're giving them something that is gonna like move their immune system, reset it, make it work in a different way, and depending also the conditions that you have, the way your body is going to react. So safety first. Like it's better if we're there, like the first at least 24, 48 hours to, if you have something, we know how to fix it. We know how to react. That if you go, no, I'm taking a plane after this, and if something happens, like, no, I know it's a really novel therapy and it's been working really good and well, but we're still working with machines that are differently designed, that they have these key components that probably, I don't know, you have a type of allergy that makes you more sensitive even to spinach or something like that. And if we are able to help you control that, then we are going to be there to help you.
Yeah. I mean, it's disappointing for the patients, but this, usually once they get over the shock, they're really, appreciative that we do take the time, and we check everything when they come in.
And also it's like sometimes for us doctors, it's horrible. Like you've seen how sometimes we see some critical things that we need to send patients home and they get super angry at us. Like, you don't want to give me the treatment. And I was like, I want you to be alive. Like, there's no way I'm doing this if I'm putting your life at risk. Like, no, like, why would I do that? Like, let's go back home. Let's check all this. And if everything's good, then I'll be happy to have you back. But I'm not going to put in my conscience that I did something to you when I know if we take things sometimes slower or step by step, we can have really good accomplishments. So
yeah,
I know they hate us sometimes.
Sometimes, but usually they get over it. They get over it.
Yeah, but it's
and we know, like I think when you've worked in cancer as long as we have, you learn how quickly someone's health can just disappear.
Yeah, I know.
And it's the worst. So if you could get ahead of something, you should always. One of the person I remember got super mad. This was a while ago, but we had that guy that something was going on with his heart. Like he had super high blood pressure. He didn't believe us, everything. Then he finally got his own doctor at home on the phone. And the guy was like, get to the emergency room immediately. You could die at any second. Like he didn't believe us till he saw the blood work and everything. And then he changed his tune really quick from, you're trying to screw me out of my stem cells. It's like trying to screw you, bro. I'm giving you a full refund. What do you mean? Exactly. We're trying to save your life.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So that's part of the game. It's part of the deal. But
but I love that. I love that a lot about like what Tammy's, what Chipsa was, that we've been able always to be super honest with everybody. We tell them the truth. Like if we cannot do something, we tell them we cannot do this, or like we're not able to help you with this. And that's one thing, like as a doctor, it makes me feel really happy to be working in a place like this.
Yeah. And we, the guys, the leadership, we have so much trust in you guys. We always are like, hey, if that's what they say, almost every time this happens, somebody comes to me and tries to like convince me. I'm like, bro, I'm not a doctor. Like, you think I'm going to override the doctor? Like, what do you mean? No, like, I don't know more than them. Like, what? I can't even read this blood report. Like, what are you talking about?
When they like, Scott told me, and I go like, no, Scott didn't.
Nice try.
Yeah, like I know he didn't.
Yeah. We learned early on in our days working together that sometimes people aren't honest with what's going on, and well, that's okay. That's okay.
I remember.
Yeah. And you've been a big part now with returning patients, right? We started out bringing people at 3 months, 6 months. Now we're doing 6 and 12 months. So, tell us overall, like, what are you seeing with patients?
I was telling Ryan as well, like, I still remember the first follow-up. I still remember because it was a hip. He was messed up and he was follow-up. You remember we started like with 3, 4, 5 patients. Like, yep. So I was checking the MRI. I'm not the radiologist, but like with my doctor eye, I was like, it looks different. Like, and I remember because I was in another office when I went running to the other doctor's office, and I was like, guys, check this. am I seeing properly? And then obviously I checked that with the radiologist, and he had improvement, and I was like, so fast, like that's amazing. And it's really cool, like, to see that. Obviously we've been growing so much. We've been learning also so many different ways that people recover. Something that we as doctors always tell them is like, hey, we're treating human beings. We are treating you. I'm not treating the MRI. I'm not treating like the blood work. Yes, there are instruments that help me know how you are. But at the end of the day, like, I need to focus in your pain, in how is that making you feel, like, and we start treating like the symptoms, like yourself, and we guide ourselves with all this technology that we have that is gonna create safety and also help us detect like the changes that we're looking for. And then we see that it's different for everybody. Some people, you've seen it, like next day they say like my pain went away completely.
Yeah.
Some people that are complaining the 6 months, and then on month number 7 is like, oh, I'm sorry, I feel better now.
Yeah.
So everybody's different.
Everyone's different. Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell everybody, like, don't compare your success to somebody else. Like, all of you have different lifestyle, different like jobs, and you do different things. So don't compare yourself. You're in your own journey. The fact that you're already doing something like this it means that you're in the right track. And then, well, you've seen the MRIs. Then we start seeing these big changes, like people that cannot walk, and then when they come back, it's like, oh, where's your cane? And they don't have the cane anymore.
That's great.
And that's been really amazing. So
yeah, we have a lady this week, a return, couldn't walk in 2 years.
yes. No, and we had
She said she's jogging.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, take it easy. It's only been 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't jog too far.
That's another thing. That's another thing. They come, they get better, and they go and overdo it, everything.
Yeah.
And then they're back with something else. And I go like,
I'm guilty.
Take care, please.
Yeah, we get repeat business. We don't want repeat business, but we get repeat business. Like,
Are you, at the end of the day, is life. I mean, we are being part of making your life more enjoyable, and that you go back and do the things that you love. I think that's amazing. Yeah. And also, like, focus like on the little wins. Like, sometimes also patients get angry, like in the 6 months, like, what am I not seeing changes in the MRI? And I go like, but do you have pain? No, but there's no change. And I go like, but you don't have pain. Like, it's working in a smaller level. Like, I cannot see the nerve in the MRI, like how is it healing, how is it getting better, but let's keep on following you up, how you're feeling, like continue with physical therapy, strengthening your muscles. Like, muscle is health, and eventually you'll get there. So yeah, it
is really funny with that, because when Dr. Vallejo, when we did my first set of MRIs, we did them at 3 months because that's what our baseline was back, and not a lot of change, but I had no pain. Mm-hmm. Like, I could stand up straight for the first time in forever with zero pain. So I didn't care. Yeah. I didn't really care about how my MRI looked. It is funny, though, how people get hung up on that sometimes, because it goes both sides of the yin and the yang. People are completely out of pain, and then they see the MRI, and there's not a noticeable difference in the MRI, and then they're upset, and then people are like, I'm still in pain, and then you get the MRI, and I'm like, well, you have a massive difference in your MRI, so like...
No, and that's why we like keep all the information. Like, we make the surveys. We have everything like in files. We have like our database, because we also measure more things than just the MRI.
Yeah.
And that gives us like all the information that we've gathered all of these years of which patients they're going to get better faster than the others, or some people that are with like really messed up. You've seen it. Like, we have to section like, hey, let's start with your lower back. Then in the next visit, we'll focus on your neck, and then we will follow up, and you start treating every case individually, like how we're going to make you better. Probably it's one thing at a time with you, and probably other person can tolerate like a little bit more. But that's why also we have a whole team like of doctors or of the scientists, like gathering together, like, hey, how we are gonna treat this person and this other person. And I think, well, that's really cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other place where you have all the doctors meet, all the scientists meet, and people don't know that every week you guys review all the brand new patients, all the returning patients, and any patient that's having any type of an issue in between. And one thing I say to a lot of people that are completely out of pain. and their MRIs don't look how they expected them to do. I'm like, well, if you went anywhere else, you would just know you're out of pain. And isn't that all you would you want? And then the other thing is people think MRI is some type of exact science. You know what I mean? Like you could cough while you're in the machine and something could be different.
Yeah.
You know, I've had multiple MRIs on my knee, and the change just because I moved or something a few days in between, is night and day. So
yeah, no, it's you need to see things as a whole, no? Even when, for example, with lab work, like this number is bad. I would like that number by itself doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like I need to see it like in like cluster of more stuff. So yeah, no, that's why we do take care like individually of each patient, and we understand that even if it's medicine and we understand the body, everybody can have different like variants and things. So yeah, and also having the scientist there is really cool because you don't have to wait for an answer. you just like literally walk and ask them.
Walk down the hall. What the fuck does this mean?
You repeat this lab again, and they're like, okay, cool. So that's really cool. Like,
yeah, I'm just getting stuff so fast too.
Yeah.
I got a friend that's trying to come down, right now, and just for him, he wants to get an MRI before he comes and stuff. I'm like, you don't need one, but he's like taking him over a month, I'm like, hey bro, you could have come to TJ, got it same day and left, and you pay less money. Like, by the time you pay for your flight and everything else is going to be, times money. But yeah, it's and now we got the new MRI facility. It's like half a block away.
Yes, it's
going to
amazing.
speed that up, even better machines. So I heard we're going to be able to do joints in less than 15 minutes.
I've heard
Full
the
body
same,
in 2025.
Yeah. And we have the CT scans and everything.
Yep, it's going to be picking it up even one step further. So, well, you've been here forever. You've seen thousands of patients now. I think we're at over 4,000 stem cell patients.
Amazing.
It's pretty crazy. Tell me some of your craziest stories.
Craziest stories. Aside from the crazy patients that scream to us.
Not crazy people. Crazy results or results you didn't expect.
Okay. Well, one that I always talk about because it was one of our first patients, and always I'm impressed with, like Scott Haney. He had like horrible back, like even like in his neck, like the cervical, like even had lost like all of like the muscles because there was no like nerve signaling, no. To put it easily, like we treated his neck, we give him the stem cells IV, everything. We created also the expectation, like, hey, this might take us time, like you're really messed up. And well, he came back in I don't remember if he was one of the 3 or the 6 months, but I remember like his muscle was growing back. He was able to move his hand. Like, remember, I couldn't grab this, and I was like, my God, like that's amazing. So yeah, I think
he was early on, so it would have been 3 months.
Yeah. So that was one of the ones also that I was impressed on how did he got better. What else? Like crazy, like that one, because when you can see the muscle, like you don't have to look at it anymore. It was like physical change. The guy of the motorcycle, remember the one that came with a brace?
Oh yeah. He could not even hardly move.
Yeah, he would like go with a brace and couldn't move.
Right.
And
that one was crazy. Yeah.
But without the brace, that was like amazing. Like patients with immune condition, the rheumatoid arthritis, like even sometimes at the moment that they're passing the stem cells, some of them would go like, nice. And those ones are.
I think that's a little mental.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but it's really cool. Like you see them come back and they feeling better, and that's amazing. I don't know. I think we have a few stories like that.
I mean, a couple of my favorite was, I think it was about 8 months ago. The guy that had wear the really big glasses that had dementia.
Yes.
And how he didn't need his glasses, got his driver's license back, got his job back. That one was super cool.
Yeah, that's something really funny because we've started noticing a while ago that a lot of people were telling us like, I need to change my glass prescription. I need to change my glass prescription, like because they were seeing that, and I was like, okay, that was not something that we were like looking for directly, but they were having the benefits of it. So I always tell them, it's not everybody. We don't say we fix that, but it's interesting how it improves in some people.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Of course, our buddy with the thumb he chopped off. That was one of the craziest ones ever. One of my favorite ones was a guy who had Tourette's, and his Tourette's went away.
That's amazing. Yeah, we were talking. The doctors, we were talking about that case the other day. Like when he came back, he was like a completely different person. Even
no twitching, no.
That was really impressive. Yeah.
Super good one. And then I remember there was one guy that looked like he had a worse. I've only seen one guy whose back was worse than mine, but it looked like his disc looked like a thumb pressing in on his spinal cord, and he had Eric Anders' reduction in his neck, considering he had just fought in the UFC in between. That was a crazy one too.
Yeah,
he had a huge bulge reduction. Yeah, so
yeah, I have a few pictures in my phone. Like I don't know, but it's been really crazy and cool, and and just seeing people like. For me, it's impressive how they come with one attitude. Like, obviously, it's pain talking. I get it. Yeah. Like, and then they come back and it's like a whole different person. Yeah,
the grouchiest person. It can all of a sudden be the nicest person. Well, Scott Payne that was down here too. He mentioned that he was playing with his dog, and his wife was like, "What's going on?" And she had told him like. For the longest time, we walked on eggshells around you because we never knew when you were going to yell at us or snap on us.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're in so much pain, and he felt really bad.
Yeah, no,
but we hear about that a lot.
Yeah, like Mike Escamilla. I always tease him about that, like, because he was super rude the first time he came, and I was like, I remember that. And a lot of patients, like when they come back, like, I'm sorry I was so rude last time, but we get it. It's pain talking sometimes, and also seeing that change that probably, as you say, you don't see it like in the MRI or something like that, but you're seeing that change in their personal life, like, and I think that's really cool.
And that just affects overall health.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not angry all day, in pain all day. And
you get more productive. You move more.
You get healthier.
Also, you have this, you start also, because, we tell them like no alcohol for 90 days. And then at the beginning, probably they're struggling, but then they found out they feel amazing. It's like, a lot
of people quit.
Yeah, a lot of people quit. And they go like, that's true. Like, I don't need to have that. And because already they feel better, also they start changing their like eating habits, and they eat better, and they start working out like more consciously, like, hey, like strengthen the muscle without overdoing the joint and things like that. And they get better also because of that. And I think having all that together, it's amazing, because at the end of the day, that's what we want as humans, like to live the longest possible, feeling good, better, like being able to move. And like, I'm in for that. If I can live like all my life feeling good and moving and being able to play sports and doing the things that I love, then I mean,
it would be funny on the informed consent if we put like personality change as one of the possible side effects.
Your family may
warning, you might be kind of in a good mood, So the NAD probably helps with that too.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I want to start telling people that for sure. Yeah, I mean it's so different from cancer, right? Like this week, everybody that I go talk to, all the returns, and everyone's like, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. If we could get that with cancer, my God.
No, I know.
Just the toughest. Yeah. Stem cells is so easy. It's just so easy. But cancer is just the hardest of the hardest ones.
It's different.
Of them all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's different. It's like,
we had a lot of big wins in cancer though, I mean, it's 10 years and I was just thinking, like, how there's so many of those patients that came when we first opened that I still talk to on Facebook. I still see them and stuff.
I still have some of them like in Facebook, like posting their families and stuff like that. And
stage 4, 10 years after stage 4, that's a win.
No, definitely.
Big win. Yeah.
No, I still have some of them like.
Well, especially since nobody came to us because what they did in America worked, or wherever they were from worked, right? It's because where they went it didn't work, and finally you're like, I'm gonna try this Tijuana shit. You know what I mean? Like,
And also,
it's not exactly on the top of the list.
and that was also really challenging because, as you say, like they came to us like as a last resort. And you've seen like the ones that we catch in early stages. It was like, we can do it.
Yeah.
But then when they came in really bad stages, like 3 months, and we were seeing them like a year later, and so on. And
I always tell people, like, fixing your shoulder, fixing your knees is like easy. Cellular therapies and cancer is freaking rocket science and beyond. You know, I mean, it's, you know, if the stem cells don't work, it's like, you know, yes, nothing works for everybody, right? And we don't claim that it does, but yeah, usually you get to talking to them and stuff, and it's like I did, you know, go snowboarding and re-injure myself. You know, or, you know, like it's...
No, that's classic.
They were being
I want to show you the video of where I got injured again.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that's why you're not seeing the results that you want. Now we're finding out what's going really on there. It is, but, you know, one of the nice things that's been is, you know, how we have the returns like intermingling with the new patients. And so they get to, like, you know, hear what worked for them. And, you know, it's one for me to do orientation and drill it into people's heads as hard as I can. Yeah. But, you know, to hear it from somebody, you know, just this last week, I didn't even know it. There was a guy that came and sat down and was talking to me, and I didn't know he was a return. I mean, we have 35 patients a week right now. So it's funny how people expect me to remember them.
No, it's hard.
And I'm like,
it's harder.
Okay, yeah, remember me? I'm like, no, but we talked for 2 seconds 6 months ago, you know.
They look brighter and... No,
well, just even that,
like,
there's so much.
From an angry face to a happy face.
You know, I think it's a little easier for you guys too, because you actually I spend a lot of time with all the patients, but you guys do the one-on-one, and you know, you might spend an hour or two with them while they're here. I'll spend a couple hours with them, but I'm speaking to the whole group and stuff. So it makes it a little bit trickier. But, you know, here's another one, personality change. But, you know, it was great because he came to talk to me, and there was a bunch of new patients that were right there. And, you know, of course, we do more discs than anything. He was a low back disc guy, and there was like 3 or 4 new people that were low back disc guy. And he was like, I got my whole life back. You know, he's like, I'm 100% better, you know, like, so I think, you know, that gives them a lot more hope than, you know, going on YouTube and watching a video if you see a person right there in front of you.
Right. One time I remember, because, you know, what a crazy case of things that we diagnosed, like a guy, I don't know if you remember that we diagnosed him. He had an infection in his disc, and we sent him back home.
Yes, I do remember that.
And then all the family came back. It's like, hey, like, thank you for this.
Yep.
And that was amazing. And
it was like from a cortisone shot or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And I'm trying to, I was going to tell you another case like that. Like, the family came back. Oh, I remember. I think that case made me cry a little bit because he was a lower back patient as well. And then I think the mom or somebody came back and he was like, yes, he's being able to lift his daughter again.
Right.
And I was like, I almost cried. That's
was such a big one for the
that was one that moved me a lot. I was like, yes, that's amazing. Like, if I don't see him again, I'm happy because he's doing great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just remember it.
It's cool. So what do you think that's new? What do you think that's next coming up for CPI TAM?
Well, I'm excited for all this, like, integrating like the genomics and the diagnose that we're doing. So I think we're elevating our game even more, which is really cool. Having also the MRI facility like close by to us, like that's gonna facilitate for our patients, for the staff, like so also the experience can be more smooth and enjoyable. And like getting the DEXA scan, like being able to tell you like how you've been improving with different measurements. What else?
I'm excited for the new peptide lab.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've been working with Ali about that. Yeah, I've been talking to him a lot. We want to have peptides for a lot of things. We have a bunch of ideas.
It's funny, like these places that are like, all into peptides.
Yes.
And like all of a sudden we got the guy who wrote the patents for the machines that make the peptides working for us. It's like,
no, it's amazing. Also,
so you send yours out to a peptide place that uses the machines that this guy designed, and his he has just such next level ideas. I mean, one of the coolest things about talking to him was that when he said that. When he talked to Ed, and Ed was, showing him the vision, telling him what we were doing and everything. And Ed didn't know that he was the patent holder. So Ed did all this research. I want the best machines. And Ed's like, we got this machine and we got this machine. I think it's the best because of blah, 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 blah. And Ali is like, oh, thank you. I designed that machine. I own the patent on that machine and stuff. And he goes, but all your ideas are great, but I could take it up to a whole nother level. So
Dr. Anna and I talk a lot with him, and he goes like, and I go like, can we make something like this and that, like crazy ideas? And he'll like, oh yeah, just tell me what you want and I can make it.
I can make it.
And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, that also, I know Dr. Jocelyn has been working on some other cool things. I don't know if I can say all that in here, but I know it's really
say whatever you want. Yeah.
But yeah, she's been working also in really cool things. So I think, being able to give more instruments to our patients, like offer them new like things, I think that's gonna be really cool in what's coming.
I mean, being able to, cause peptides is one thing I haven't looked into that much. I know there's obviously some very powerful, ones out there, and but being able to come in and do the tests to find out exactly which one, personalized peptides. And peptides aren't cheap, so we're gonna be able to do them for a lot less expensive for people when they come down here.
Having all that, like the huge labs, they look so nice, and seeing all the people working there, it's really fun. Amazing.
We're almost done, right, on the outside of the building.
Yes,
and I think we just got to hang the sign. And I was driving up the road the other day, and I'm like, wow, what a difference from what it used to look like.
Well, yeah.
Right? You think the second floor is still haunted?
No, I think it's not haunted.
You think it's not haunted?
I have stories on...
I got second story. I lived on the second floor.
Yeah, no, when my night shifts, I remember. I don't think it's anymore. I think...
We got it out?
Everything went away with the remodeling.
We saged it.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's...
It's funny because I think all of us felt like that floor was haunted.
No, yeah,
and clearly because that's where the most people passed away with the ICU and everything down there, But yeah, I lived on the second floor for months, and you're right. At night, you wake up like, the fuck was that, and even at the beginning. We were living in there before we had patients.
Yeah, no.
So it's like nobody else. There was Soy, or what is his name, the security guard at the front desk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We had to have one doctor and one nurse because we're a hospital. 24 hours. They weren't hanging out on the second floor. They were up in the offices on the 5th floor. Probably watching TV.
Yeah.
And nothing to do. And I remember there would be nights I'd be like, sounds like somebody's walking around out there. Stuff.
For me, it's like one time I was like, no, this person shouldn't be here. Who am I talking to?
It's,
So, yeah.
I'd feel like I'd hear doors swinging in there and stuff,
phone ringing or things falling and
I don't think I've heard things falling, but I definitely felt like somebody was walking around when nobody was on that floor, and I would get up and walk around and look and stuff. I thought maybe somebody broke in the building or something.
No, I don't know.
And I don't.
Nurses have crazy stories.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Everybody at that second floor, man. So I don't know. I'm not going to spend the night down there to find out. I'll ask the new night staff, but. I'm gonna stand for whoever was trapped in there, whatever entity
I think it's
decided they could leave. They had to find somewhere better to be.
Yeah.
But
no, it's been great. We always remember, even Dr. Menes and Dr. Anna, hey guys, do you remember when we used the office was in this other place and the desk was super old wooden chairs and everything.
Up in the birdhouse with the floors that creaked, you know? Oh my God. Yeah.
No, everything.
We just chopped that whole floor off and went up.
Yeah,
there.
no, like the lunchroom also, like how like also patients eating was completely different.
yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
do now. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's been an amazing experience. Like
It is.
I feel
Transformation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's transformed.
yeah, and I think it's really cool being a part of it, and then also seeing how it keeps growing. Like it already has that momentum that it's like, and like
Now we got that whole team from Boston, you know, with Franco, and I was trying to sit in on one of those meetings to understand what they're going on. But I've never been, I've been out and met a lot of scientists. I've been in a lot of meetings all over the world at this point. And I've never had so many outside groups come in and say, oh, this is like Nobel Prize winning if you get it done.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you know us, but if you would have seen what this place looked like 10 years ago, we're going to get this. This is easy.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you talking about?
yeah,
You should have seen the fight to get a new transformer to turn the power back on in this building when we bought it. Like, that was harder than what you're talking about.
yeah. When the building almost flooded.
Almost. Oof. Man.
Yeah, no, it's been an amazing experience, and it's really cool being a part of it, and how like all these people like get transformed because of this. I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
We have a great team.
Mm-hmm.
What's nice is when people aren't cool, they don't stick around.
Yeah,
Like they kind of, I feel like they just, you know, if you don't want to work here,
it's
get out.
impressive how that
You know.
happens. For example,
Yeah.
I can talk a little bit more for like from the medical team.
Yeah.
Like we get along really good. Like
Mhm.
it's crazy. Like you don't know how it happened, but it happened. Like, and yeah, every time we get somebody that doesn't like us or like doesn't want to work like the way we do, it just
They just
They-
kind of leave.
they
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I think it's hard to go against the tide when the tide is all moving, like as a whole, like,
Yeah, and it's
from everybody, from the drivers, the nurses, everybody's like super team oriented and top to bottom, everybody cares about the
yeah,
patients.
no, everybody, and
I
it's
mean, you hear that all the time from the patients, you
yeah,
know.
no, and it's like even as you say, like, how can I help you? Like all coordinators, or like I don't know if you go with the nurse, like, no, I need to see this patient faster, or like I need to in the consultation room, and then coordinator, nurses, and everybody start moving like
No.
to help you, like it happens, and like even the specialists, having the specialists also around, it's really cool. Like, hey, can you help me check this? Can we see that? And yeah, I think like I enjoy so much working like as a team, like being able to like leave, egos aside and things like that, and just like, hey, how do we fix it? How do we figure out this? And I think that's really cool. I personally have learned a lot. Like
Mhm.
you've known me also
Oh,
for a
man,
lot.
me too. I learn a ton.
Like
Yeah.
my personality, my how I've changed and evolved, like with all this like learning experience, like that you guys have helped me with, and I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
Is there like, Dr. Diego and I went and met with Roche in Mexico City with all the stuff they want to do with us now. Because I don't know what's going on inside Mexico, but like, are people kind of like starting to hear it? Like, are your friends that work at other places? Like, oh yeah.
No, one of the new doctors actually, like he was like looking for something, and he was like, Mariela, and I saw you were working there, and he called me, so he's working with us now as well.
Nice.
And yeah, well, like I am from Monterrey, so people from there, my friends from med school, they know, and they go like, wow, it's really cool.
They're like, I saw you on Instagram.
And I go like, oh yeah, sometimes I like to talk. Yeah, so no, it's been really cool, and then or even sometimes like that I'm working like I have my scrub and I'm someplace else, and people go like, you work at CPI, and that's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one thing that starts to worry me sometimes. Because I had a guy come like knock on my window at the stoplight, and he's like, "Are you from CPI?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Are you gonna rob me? Like, oh, why are you banging on my window? You need stem cells? Call the phone number. Like, what do you want? Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's a marketing company. Here's my marketing. Here's my card. Call me for some marketing. I'm like, I don't need no. You trying to put me out of a job? Like, what are you doing?
No, I've got people like that.
But yeah, for the most part, It's been cool.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, a lot of things coming, new things. I'm excited to
Yeah.
see what's next.
Can't talk about it now, but we got some new stem cells coming soon.
I'm excited about that.
Well, awesome, Mariela. It's good to catch up with you.
Yes, thank you.
We should do this again soon.
I will love that.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you, Scott.